Okay, hi everybody. We're going to do episode 6 of our Railroader for Beginners series. For those of you who may have watched, we made an attempt at this a couple of days ago and had some connectivity issues, so we're just starting over from the get-go. So let's catch up on where we were at here. We have engine number 6. He's working his way up the hill. Some empty log bunks. Engine number 8 on the passenger train. It looks like just leaving Ella. And move number 9 on the freight train. He's just got a caboose headed towards Ella. And then of course number 7's our spare engine today. So he's laying over in the roundhouse. So we'll get into it here. Great, yeah, that's just outside Bella, right? Oh, coming into Whittier, okay. We're going to make sure. Push M, you can couple up the map and you can see where everybody is. Okay. We're going to make sure number 9 wasn't really bearing down the passenger train here. That's plenty of time. Number 6 is out of the way. All good. Back to number 9, freight engine here. Seems silly to you to be rolling along with just one car. Believe me, when you're the engineer, it feels even sillier. It's actually, you'd almost rather have more weight. More cars means more brakes. You just have the one, or when you're just an engine by yourself, it can be a little challenging. Let's see what we had to do in Farm Supply. Farm supply cars are still, we had a house track car that's ready to go. So if you have the engine selected and you push tab, it'll show you this red arrow is where your waypoint is. So the engine's going to come and stop right here, which is perfect. Hopefully we can do this real quick. We'll swing in and grab this one car and we'll be on our way. Let me look and see if we have Whittier work. And we do not. Okay, so we'll head right on down and pick up the lumber and we'll be on the way. First things first, to make our Ella stop real quick. Okay, tie the train down and make our cut. We're just going to swing over and grab this guy. Where are we at finance-wise here? We can pay down some of our loans, so that's good. Nice. So to make sure 2 days from now, at the end of the day, at least whatever the interest payment is in the account. So that's okay. Okay. Now we come back out. The auto engineer is very astute about whistling for crossings, which is good. Rules are rules. Okay, now we're all back together. Normally, I would stop by the Whittier Depot. There's a water tower there and fill up. We only had one car, and then this other one we're adding is empty, so we're not going to use a whole lot. It would be a little silly. So we're going to go right past Whittier and come down to East Whittier for our pickup here. So we'll set our waypoint. Making sure that switch through back. He's on his way. How's number 6 doing? 6 is still working his way up the mountain here, but we're almost. Log 2 is up here. We'll follow number 6 for a while. Favorite models in the whole game. There's just a lot going on the outside with the mount motion and stuff. Compressor, and air coolers, and the air reservoirs, and the power reverse on the other side. The injectors here. Kind of neat. Connolly Logs number 2. Stuff these cars in here. A little more. Tie them down. One couple, and then we gotta go up to log 3 for our first pickup. So all the way up here. Set our waypoint. And off we go. Perfect timing. He's going through Whittier right now. Yes, so in a 5,000 gallon tank, if we stop for water right now, it would be like, we only kept like 500 gallons. Just as soon keep moving. A lot of work to do today. All is the change. Oh, whole lot of stuff. So, all this red is all local customers in Silva. The green are Bryson's. So we got a Whittier house, some Whittier sawmill, some Desboroughs. And what are these? Oh, these are sleigh micas. This will be a pretty easy switch to build the train going out. And then spotting up Silva, people get intimidated by it. It's really not that hard. There's like one kind of easy move you can make in the beginning to make your life a lot easier. But we'll get into all that when we get down here. There's a passenger train, by the way. Oh, okay. He's through Wilmot then. It's pretty full. It's not bad. Why is 9 going this way? Oh, did I screw up? I did. He's going into the yard because I told him to go in the yard. Charlie, you... Ugh. Oh, well. Okay. That's fine. What I meant to do was have him come in up here because this switch has a 15 mile an hour speed limit if you're coming out of the yard. So, and then you'll probably see it right past it. It kind of goes, there's an uphill grade. So you want to get as much of a head start coming out of here as you can. So I usually, when I'm leaving East Whittier, try and leave from the main line. But this is okay. There's not that much weight here. Even our little mogul should be okay. Okay, so same as before. Tie the train down. Flip the engine over. So even though I told him to go 25, this yard lead has a 15 mile an hour limit. So You'll see he won't go any faster than 15, not that he really needs to anyway. And then down here, it'll pop up what the track speed is. If the track speed is lower than what you're telling him to run at. Backing down, almost there, and that's good. Okay, so we lace up the air, knock the handbrakes off, make sure the angle cock's open, which they don't do sometimes. There we go. Then we'll flip him back over and grab the train. Okay. Oh, this is our parts car. Okay, good. I was wondering why we had an empty coming out of here for a second. All right. Lace this up. We got our train together. Now we have a little bit of a dilemma here. Because obviously we don't have any work to do in Wilmot or Dillsboro. Because we haven't spotted any cars yet. So they can't be ready to go out. I generally don't like to bring a train in past Dillsboro or past Cowie siding if there's another train in here, because the passenger train, he's going to make a Dillsboro stop, a Silva stop. He's going to turn, make a Silva stop and a Dillsboro stop. We probably have time where we could bring him into Dillsboro or maybe even Silva. If we really wanted, if we were in a really big hurry, we could do that. The problem I have with that is in both cases, so we'll go to Silva as an example. The station is on the siding. So like the auto engineer is going to bring the passenger train up the main line. And then to pass, we'd have to go to the freight train in the siding, which would mean you have passengers walking across a track with a freight train on it, which I don't really like. I mean, I kind of wish, long term, the auto engineer in a station like this would put the train closer to the station. But that's also, if I was not so lazy, I could just do it myself. So anyway, it's all a long-winded way of saying what I prefer to do. If the passenger train is still going to be in here, which I'm sure he is, we're going to put the freight train into Cowie siding, which is here, and have him just wait. Cowie siding, the freight train might get slowed down on the hill. This from Barker's up to here, we'll cut to where the passenger train is. Of course he's in the tunnel. Anyway, so from here down to Barker's siding, 2 miles or so, or 1.5 miles, is a really steep uphill grade, and if you have a heavy freight train, they're going to really slow down on this hill. And when we get to the point where we're running big coal trains, they'll be down under 10 miles an hour when they get to the tunnel. After the tunnel, the grade slackens off a little bit. So basically, we'll let the freight train climb the hill and get into Cowie, and then that should be more than enough time for the passenger train to get down to Silva, turn around, and come back. So that's what we're doing. That's what we'll do here. So the freight train's on his way. 400 tons, which even for the mobile is not that much, but that's all right. We'll just let him roll. Okay. So we have an alert up here. Number 6 is at his waypoint. So let's go up to where he is. Oh, and he's got our logs in Connolly Track 3. So we'll take handbrakes off. We'll have him shove the logs over here. So shove the logs over, we'll run around, pull down to Connolly 1, grab the cars out of there, and then head down to the sawmill. This is a little yard at the top of Connolly, the end of the Connolly Creek line. I like they gave you this little tail track here to play with. It really kind of opens up, you know, different possibilities. If you want to do pulpwood different from what I do, where you bring empties up and pull loads down in one trip, which you certainly can. And when we've saved up enough money to buy the extra log cars, that may well be what we do. This track comes in handy, gives you a little some extra wiggle room. Because the issue is right down here, you can see where the track, like the grade gets really sharp downhill. So basically, if you come much past this switch with loaded pulpwood cars, you're not getting back up unless you have like a really big engine with you. So you have to kind of think carefully about how you want to, where you want to put your loaded cars. And then also, the obvious thing to do, right, would be you put your empties here, pull your loads down, run around, couple up to the empties, and then shove them up and in. But oh, this crossover goes the wrong way. So it kind of forces you to, I don't know, think outside the box a little bit, I guess. Okay. So we're at the end of our siding. Let's open the handbrakes on. This engine will run around. I think this siding and maybe the main line too, I'm not sure, has a 20-mile-an-hour track speed. Not that you'd be going much faster up here anyway. And in reality, this being a logging railroad, you would not go fast up here at all. The track would be really kind of bare minimum. You wouldn't see guys flying around up here. That's the one thing this game's really kind of missing, motive power wise, is like a geared engine like a Shea or a Heisler or something. I feel like that would look really cool up here. Take a while to get here though. Shays are not fast, but yeah, that would be neat. Here we go. All right, we got our train together. Let's put on to Connolly Creek L1, where these are also, as you can see, ready to go. So this, we're not going to run around, so it's not as crucial that they fit right in here. So we'll just bring it down close enough. Down we we go. Great. Made at Stillsboro stop I saw while we were busy up on the mountain. All single passengers. Just went through Wilmot Station. Go around this like horseshoe here. Markers are starting to. And then through here, speed limit is 40, and in some places 45. Passenger train, I let them go fast. The freight train, because the speed limit kind of fluctuates, it goes up and down. You'll find that you waste a lot of fuel speeding up only to slow back down. So for most of the railroad, your speed limit is going to be at least 35. Let tell freight trains 35. Here, we're on a little bit of an upgrade. So you can see he's struggling even to hold the 35. But if you told him to go 45, he'd be pumping fuel, hurrying and trying to build up speed only to slam the brakes on. He goes up when the speed limit comes back. So, and then all that fuel and energy is just plus it also does kind of make sense that the limit for freight trains would be a little bit lower than for passenger trains. It just has kind of a railroad feel to it. Conservative, but even just a little bit of engine struggling going up the mountain might be a little bit of a challenge. This is Barker's Siding. Number 6 is telling me he's at his waypoint, but we're going to stick with this one. When we start going up the grade. Just to show where it is. To the end of the siding, and then there's a little pulpwood spur over there. You can see the hill there. So you can drop next to it, and the hill starts. Fortunately, through Barker's Siding, the grade levels out a little bit, so there's a chance to build up the road this morning. When we hit the hill, you can see the speed coming. away for just a minute. The passenger train is at our destination. So I would tell the passenger train to stop right here, between these two signs, and you'll see why. Why? So we have a Y track here. We'll let the engine spin itself around and put itself right on the other end of the train. Work smarter, not harder. So we'll just set the waypoint at the other end. And the only way to get around these cars, if we stop before this switch, is to use the Y. So that's what the engine will do. And while it's doing that, let's change our passengers. Okay. And we'll go back to the freight train. Really starting to bite now, almost 10 miles an hour over the limit. That's okay. The top of the hill, I think, is right before the tunnel, so we're going to make it easy enough. There he goes into the tunnel. Number 8 still turning. We got time to make a move with number 6. Okay, number 6, what's your issue? You're ready to pick up logs. Okay, we can make that happen. And we'll bring these back out. Tie our train together. We're going to cut away for just a minute as number 8's ready. Passenger train comes first. All right, so we already set up our passenger stops. So all we need to do is tell number 8 to run back to Bryson. So go to Bryson Depot. And I want them to stop just short of that switch. So like say right there. I'll see why when I get there. For now, he's whistled off and on his way. How many passengers are there here in Silva anyway? Whoa, quite a few. We have a mostly full train. A bunch of them are going to Bryson too. That's good. The Silva to Bryson passengers you get the most money from. And a few Dillsboroughs too. Okay. So we'll jump back to number 6. Put his train together. And then these are going to the sawmill. So sawmill track R1, the receiving track. And just like that. Number 9 is stopped in the siding here. Waiting for the passenger train. Number 6 is headed down to get the sawmill spotted up. And number 8 is making his Silva station stop, headed north. So, or headed west, I should say. So I think that's a pretty good stopping place for right now. The freight train can't really move until the passenger train goes by, and then number 6 has a couple odds and ends to do, but he's kind of waiting for the freight train too. So we'll pick this up next time on episode 7. Thank you very much for watching. If you want previous episodes, they're on my YouTube channel. And other than that, yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good one.